Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the podcast. My hormones make me a nutcase. It is the two of us here as usual, myself and Amy. And this week we're going to be talking all about protecting your energy at Christmas and all things kind of health, fitness, Christmas related. As Christmas is literally next week. Cannot believe it.
I know, right? I feel like I've blinked.
I
Like I
know.
still have stuff to do and get, and I'm like, I've got time, and then I'm like, shit, I haven't got time. Like it's literally next week. Like you need to sort your shit out.
I know, I know. I've got some cards to like sort out. I need to get a few last presents. So like, where am I going to fit this in? But yeah, it'll be fine. We've still got a week and 2 days.
Luckily, everything you can do is online, so it makes it quicker than having to go to the shops. Because if I had to go to the shops, I wouldn't be going.
Well, I do need to go to the shops because I need to get some aftershave. Sam won't be listening to this, so we're fine. But I need to get some aftershave and I need to smell them because you know what I mean? Like you can't smell them online. So my plan is to go to the gym and then go straight because the Boots is like next door to the gym. So if I can get to the gym early enough, I'll get a space and then it won't be too busy by the time like I get into Boots, get that done, and then I can leave. So that is my plan.
That's a good plan. At least it's nearby.
Exactly, exactly. It's literally next door. And I think it opens at 9, so I can literally just like get in there and get out
That's good.
before the
That or you can
mayhem.
just blame, yeah, that will just blame the Amazon driver for being late a bit. Sorry, Sam, have to wait until New Year.
Exactly, exactly. But yeah, I think Christmas can be a tricky time of year, can't it? Some people really love
Very true.
Christmas, some people don't like it so much, some people are right in the middle. But it brings like old family. I mean, there could be family problem. Maybe you really get on with your family, maybe you don't get on with your family. That can always cause potential problems. Unwanted comments from friends and family members, trying to people please. There's the guilt around maybe not eating like you usually would, maybe eating more than you usually would, indulging in all those lovely Christmas foods, the stress of actually having to maybe host for Christmas, maybe you're traveling a lot. There's just so much going on, getting all the presents for everyone, the money expenditure side of it. Oh my God, the list can go on. It's such a nice time of year, but it's also very stressful for a lot of people at the same time, I think.
Yeah, and like you say, it depends on what happens around that time, right? Like as well, and like if you've lost people and things like that, that's really difficult. Like
Mm.
especially when it's Christmas and you're used to a big family event. Like I feel like our well, I mean, since Jordan and Laura got together, our family's like massively grown. However, before that, it's like, oh, we've got like my nan and granddad at the dinner table with us, like, and my auntie and uncle, and then there's like, and the four of us, and then like, you know, my granddad died, so that's one less person, and then my auntie and uncle moved down to Cornwall, so they don't come up anymore, and then my nan died, and all of that, and then like,
Mm.
COVID year, it's just me, mum, and dad. I was like, what the hell is this? Like, this is mental. Like you go from such a full table to an empty table. And I've spoken to quite a few of my clients this year because they might have lost parents and stuff. And it's been a lot harder for them than they thought it was going to be.
Mm.
And that's such a hard thing. It's really difficult, isn't it? Because the natural conversation at this time of year is like, oh, like, are you looking forward to Christmas? Are you ready for Christmas? But actually,
Yeah.
sometimes you need to be careful of what you're saying because I try not to ask unless someone kind of asks me, like, or I ask them how like things are at this time of year because
Yeah. Like, how
it's
are you
quite a touchy
feeling
topic.
about Christmas rather than
Yeah.
like, are you looking forward to it? Like, yeah, just changing the way you word things just in case.
Yeah, don't just assume someone enjoys Christmas because there's plenty of people
Yeah.
that do not enjoy Christmas and
So
they might be on
many.
their own and stuff. And then this time of year brings up those emotions of being on your own.
Mm, definitely, definitely. Yeah. I just think it's quite easy to get wrapped up in your own emotions about it, isn't it? And you forget that everyone's experience of Christmas is so, so different. Um,
Absolutely. I suppose that's like most things in life, right? Everyone
well, true.
experiences something completely different to someone else. Like, yeah. people's perception of success and things like that is completely different to someone else's. Someone's perfect is completely different to someone else's. I had this conversation with someone this morning, and she was saying about, oh, like you can get really sucked into like social media where like social media is always like, oh, this is how you have the perfect Christmas, or this is how you should make this perfect and that. And it's really difficult if you are always on those apps and things to think, or really easy to think, oh, my life's not perfect. I'm not in the right place, or I'm not doing the right thing for, say, Christmas. I haven't got this ready. I haven't got that ready. But your perfect is completely different to someone else's perfect.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's so much as well, like influencers and content creators, whatever they are called now, but the celebrities and things having these big indulgent Christmas. They get people in to like decorate their houses and they have buying hundreds of presents for all their family, expensive gifts, and you kind of see that and you end up comparing yourself, or some people might end up comparing themselves and thinking, well, I can't afford to have all those decorations, or I can't afford to buy those expensive gifts. And I think we kind of end up, yeah, like you say, trying to create this perfect Christmas when actually more so it should be about, I say it should be, maybe that's not everyone's perspective, but I believe it should be more about being with family or friends or whoever you spend it with, and actually just having a nice time with them, catching up, playing games, eating lots of delicious food, and getting a little bit tipsy if you like having a drink, and just enjoying the day rather than it having to be this extravagant thing with all the expensive gifts and decorations and that. Like, because ultimately that's the least important thing. Like, no one really cares massively about that, do they?
Mm. And it's not what it should be about. Like you say, it should be
No.
about spending time with the people that you love, like, and you enjoy
Yeah.
spending time with, like, because it is hard, like, it is expensive, and like, depending on your situation, depends on how much. Like I remember a couple of years ago, I'd buy loads of stuff for people, and now I look at what I've got people, and I think, oh my God, but prices have gone up. Like there
Yeah.
might be only one of you, and everyone else is in a couple, and like they can spend extra because they've got two wages, whereas you've only got one. And you've got to split it between everyone. Like, do you know what I
Mm.
mean? There's so many different things that influence that, and it's hard to not stress about it or get yourself in like a pickle about it. But actually, at the end of the day, if you're there, your friends and family, like they're just going to appreciate you being there and doing whatever you can. And
Yeah.
actually, a lot of people like things that are like more thoughtful than the
Yeah.
cost. So like if you're there making stuff for them, the thought behind that is way more important than buying them something that costs like 100 quid.
Definitely. Definitely. I think thoughtful gifts are the best. And I remember actually Sam saying to me, he was like, "Oh, your gifts are really thoughtful." Because I always like to get just little things, but they're just like, I don't know, a mug with a a dog's face on, or little things like that that you're just like, when you have a cup of tea, it reminds you about, oh, that's cute, or and I mean, I think, well, actually, I can only speak for mine, but he's definitely not, he doesn't have the same brain as me, and is not as thoughtful. But I like to do the thoughtful gifts. I think they definitely mean more, and people remember them, appreciate it.
Yeah,
Sure.
100%. And it's, yeah, it's not about how much you spend on someone, is it? And I know some people like, I need like to spend the same amount on everyone, but not everyone likes the same gifts. Like, and you're not going
No,
to go up to them and say, oh, like, I don't know, brother and sister, and go, yeah, Jenny, I spent 50 quid on you, but I spent 80 quid on Lenny. Oh, Jenny and Lenny. Bad.
Jenny and Lenny.
Anyway, I don't know where that came from. Um, but you don't tell your kids or anyone how much you spent on them. They've got no idea.
Yeah,
Like I would never
exactly.
turn around to mum and dad and go, "Oh, how much did you spend on Jordan? Did you spend the same on me?"
Hmm.
Like it just isn't a thing. Like, and I know I've got a few clients that have been like, "I have to spend the same on both," and actually, you don't. Like, not at all. Like that's a pressure you're probably putting on yourself.
Mm. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I suppose if we look at it from a nutrition and fitness standpoint, because
Hmm.
that's where we're at. That's the industry we're in. That's
Absolutely.
probably what you
Hey,
kind
that
of
was all
talk
based on
about.
like stress. Yeah, but that stuff was based on stress, right? So
Oh,
stress is also part
absolutely.
of
It all comes
it.
into it. Absolutely, absolutely. No, it does for sure. Um, but I think there is a lot of pressure around this time of year, and I feel like there's a lot of guilt and a lot of shame because from a lot of clients that I've been speaking to, they're out on social events, Christmas parties, they're meeting family here, doing this, and they're just not in normal routine. Maybe they're out later, so they're not walking as much or going to bed later and all those things, but also in their head trying to, because a lot of people are trying to lose weight as well. And I think, oh my gosh, it's
Not the
so
champion.
much pressure to put on yourself throughout
Yeah.
December. I think the main thing is just to take that pressure off yourself throughout December. Like,
Mm.
don't aim for weight loss for this December.
No.
If you lose weight, great. I'm not saying go completely off the rails and, have 100 Christmas puddings a day, but
Christ. You'd be a Christmas pudding. Jesus.
yeah. But I think just accepting that you might put on a tiny bit of weight or your weight might stay the same and you're probably going to eat a little bit more, you're going to be a little bit more tired, you're going to feel a little bit more sluggish, and that's okay. Like that is what
Mm.
December is essentially there for.
Well, that's what happens in December for
Well, that's
the
what happens,
majority
yeah.
of people.
Yeah.
Like, even us, like, I haven't, the last week or so, yeah, I've been like consistent with like breakfast, lunch, and dinners. But in between that, mum's made cookies, I've made brownies. Like, there's been all these other things that I wouldn't normally have on like a daily basis
Yeah.
chucked in, as well as your advent calendar. And like you say, going out on socials, like I had a few drinks on Saturday. I wouldn't normally do that because I normally play football on a Sunday. And this week I've got a social event on Saturday and I'm actually going to go and have some drinks. Like, again, I wouldn't normally do that, but and these things happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was away last week. I wasn't, I still had probably one like healthy meal a day, just because that's kind of the way it ended up. But I was still ate out. I ate, well, so I have
I mean,
Thai food.
how you moved after eating that truffle burger thing that you sent me,
Oh,
I don't even know. You
yeah.
must have been rolling around for days.
Do you know what? I wasn't actually that bad. I didn't actually feel that bad, but I hadn't really had breakfast, and that is not really like me. But because I wasn't in my normal routine, and because of the time and I wasn't in my normal place, I actually think I only had like a small little biscuit thing for breakfast. I'm not advocating this, and I don't normally cut out breakfast. I'm going to have lunch. It just happened that way, right? But I was really hungry, and actually, because I didn't eat the whole bun because I literally couldn't, I actually felt all right.
Oh,
And it was so
that's all right
good.
then. It looked incredible. If
Yeah,
anyone wants
it
to see it,
was.
I'm gonna put the picture on the on the link on the podcast, but it looked so good.
Oh,
But yeah,
yeah.
like I just think like that just shows, right, the fact that not every day does it happen to go the way that you think it's going to go, right? Because,
No.
like you say, you're normally really good at having breakfast every day, but this one day it just didn't. And it was the
Yeah.
way it fell and who you were with and what you were doing and all of that stuff. And actually, you didn't eat lunch, but you didn't then at lunch, you didn't eat breakfast, but you didn't then suddenly go, oh, I'm now forever going to give up breakfast.
No. No. I was so excited to have breakfast when I came home, honestly. I was like, give me my yogurt, give me my berries. I've missed it. I was so excited. But yeah. And I had a mince pie yesterday because I went to my mum's house, went for a walk, had a mince pie. Wouldn't usually do that, but I was like, do you know what? I don't buy mince pies. I think I said it on the last one because Sam doesn't like them. So I'm like, if someone's going to offer me a mince pie, I'm going to have it because I love them.
Absolutely. And that's the thing, isn't it? It's like you can still enjoy yourself, like, and you can still enjoy yourself. You can lose weight if you really want to. You can be okay with maintaining your weight because that is okay. And if you put on a bit of weight, then don't worry about it because I'm sure, like the majority of the world, in January, you're going to go, well, let's start again because most people, again, do that anyway, or more
Yeah,
people are motivated. Like, not that we advocate any of this because we like you to try and continue this throughout. Like, even if you just move in, like, and not so focused on your food as much, but you can still enjoy yourself by having one mince pie rather than six mince pies in one
mm,
hit. And you just after one mince pie doesn't mean you have to have six of them. Like
yeah,
you could have one every day, and that could be satisfying instead of having six in one hit and going, oh fuck it, well I've ruined my diet.
yeah.
Diet. Ugh, I hate that word.
Absolutely, absolutely. That is it. I think it is, yeah, just taking the pressure off of yourself, trying not to be perfect. Not that we always say don't try and be perfect every day anyway. But especially around this time of year, if you're going out for a night out for Christmas, go and enjoy it. Have a prosecco, whatever you want to do. Eat a dessert. Wake up the next day. If you know you're at home or you're in your normal routine, have your normal breakfast, have your normal lunch, still plan meals, still just stay in your normal routine as much. It's just probably going to be a little bit more all over the place, and a few more meals out and little things like that. And that's fine. That's just
Yeah.
December.
It's
That's
not
fine.
not the end of the world. Like
No.
you can get back to it like whenever you choose to, but you will get back to how you were or where you want to be. Like your goals are not suddenly out of reach because December's been a bit wild.
Yeah, exactly. Like if your goal is to lose weight and you've already lost some weight, just because maybe you put on a couple of pounds or you stay the same throughout December doesn't mean that you can't then lose weight again in January or the end of December or whenever you're back into your normal routine. Like it
Mm,
just because you stay around the same or whatever, that doesn't mean you're never going to lose weight again if that's your goal.
no, yeah, absolutely, 100%. And I think like it's then having as well like you are allowed to say no to food at Christmas, especially if you're going around
Yeah.
someone's house, because I think this one's really difficult, isn't it? When you feel like someone's gone to the effort, they've made all this food, they might have bought like 3 or 4 desserts, they might have, and you feel like you have to have a bit of everything or more than one dish or whatever, or they might. My mum and dad are really good at this, especially my dad. He'll finish something and there'll be a few bits left, and he'll be like, "Go on, you have that. Go on, make sure you eat it. You have it." And I'm like, "No, Dad, I'm not hungry. Like I'm full." Like,
Yeah.
but it's so easy to be like, "Oh God, go on then." Like when
Yeah.
you didn't actually feel like you needed it.
Yeah. Absolutely. I suppose it's just being really, is authentic the right word? I'm not sure. But if someone says to you, "Oh, do you want to have this last bit of cake or that last bit of dessert?" Just say, "Oh, just be polite about it. Say, "Oh, thank you for the offer, but I'm actually really feeling I've really enjoyed the food that I've had here today. Like I don't think I can fit anything else in." So it's
Mm,
kind of like you're saying a positive thing. You're not then going, "Oh, no, thanks." You're just wording it in a way if they go, "Oh, they really enjoyed the food. Oh, they're really full. They must have really enjoyed it." Like, okay, you know what I mean? So you're just kind of,
mm,
I appreciate it's obviously different when it's with your dad or like your family and stuff. You could just say, no. Potentially, I mean, you might not have that relationship with them
yeah,
actually. It really depends.
yeah,
But I think wording it in a way of just making them feel good about it, but also staying true to yourself. And if you really don't want anything else, that is okay. Like, and also, if someone takes offense to you not wanting more of that food, there's a part of me that just
from them.
thinks like it's on them. And if they're
Yeah.
going to go to bed and cry about it, I mean, I don't want to say it, but that's a little bit pathetic.
I
Like,
mean, have you? Yeah, like have you ever had anyone come over, or like have you ever hosted for anyone and thought, I don't know. Oh, they didn't eat another portion of that food. Like, I feel offended. Like, because I
no,
made like brownies and cookies the other day, and I know I made loads of them. There was only 3 of us. I did not expect all those brownies and cookies to go.
no,
And I wasn't offended that they only had one each because, I mean, that's all that was really like, that is a portion.
yeah,
Like, you know?
yeah,
But I've never been like, oh God, like they've eaten a portion. I've never gone, oh, they haven't had 2 portions.
yeah. Oh, absolutely. And actually, I've actually said to people before, like, don't feel like you have to eat the whole plateful. Like, if you're full,
Mm.
like, that's okay. Or if you do eat it, that's also fine. It's almost like, because I'm like, eat whatever is suitable for you. Like, I'm not, if they don't touch it, then there's clearly a problem. And then
Yeah. What is the
I
problem?
don't like what you cooked. Oh, yeah, fine. Okay. That's, fair enough. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But yeah, I think because of how we are, I'm kind of like, eat as much as you want. If you leave some, that's fine. Like it's
Mm.
not an issue. Um,
No.
I suppose in some places as well, like if you are at families, they might leave food out so you can make your own portion. So give yourself a little bit less, and then if you're full, you're full. If you feel like actually I could probably have a little bit more, go back for it. That is always a good option rather than like piling your plate up with loads of food and then you feel like you need to finish it as well. If you are in that kind of environment where you do feel like that, if you can
Absolutely. And
portion
if
it
you
out.
are in like a buffet type style thing, absolutely have whatever you want, but see what kind of proteiny things are on there and
Mhm.
try and have more of the proteins and the veggies than the carbs, but have like eat them on your plate first and then eat your carbs last. Like
Yeah,
have it like that because and maybe wait a little bit of time in between having that and the second plate because you might actually be full.
yeah,
Don't inhale it, but like obviously enjoy it, have whatever you want. I'm not telling you what to eat, but if you want to be a bit more mindful, you just want to eat till you're satisfied, kind of think about what you're picking when you're picking the buffet. If there's proteins and veggies, because there might not be. Because I know, like, whenever
yeah,
we have barbecues and that, I have to go make my own salad at home because they won't put salad out. That does not even an option. It's literally meat and carbs. So I'm
yeah.
like, okay, well, I'm gonna go get a salad as well.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I always make a salad at barbecues, and we've had like groups of friends over, and there's always like so much salad left. I'm like, I don't know why I buy this much salad because no one ever eats it. I might as well just buy a really small one. And but then people probably moan and be like, "Well, I want more salad," and I'm like, "Well, anyway."
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's like when it comes to food as well, like I think you mentioned at the beginning, like listening to people's comments and like obviously like I just said there when my dad like, oh go on, have another second, like, or why aren't you having seconds? And like, oh, there's so many things that people say that I don't think they realize what they're saying
Yeah, yeah,
as
absolutely.
well. So maybe don't take it to like heart with them as to how they say some things, especially generational wise. Like, I feel like that has a big impact in how people talk to each other when it comes to like food and diets and Christmas and all of that.
Definitely. And I think as well, if people are making judgments, so say you went back to have seconds or you wanted a dessert and people are like, oh, you're going to have more, are you? Or, oh, do you really need to have that dessert? Often those kind of comments come from people's own insecurities.
Hmm.
It's more about them than it is about you. If you feel confident, not confident enough, that's completely the wrong word, but if you want to have another portion, you're still hungry, or you really fancy a dessert, and you're happy to do that, great, do it. You're happy to do it, and they're probably envious because they might have some kind of thing in their head of, oh, I shouldn't eat dessert or I shouldn't do this. All those kind of voices in their head, and they're just probably envious of you, or not necessarily envious, but it's just their own issues potentially coming out, and they're deflecting, is that the right word, onto you. So that's
Yeah,
something to be mindful of. And maybe
absolutely.
like rehearsing some things you could say back to them. If you know people are going to say things like that, it might be like just have a few things that you know you're going to say, like, yeah, I'm still hungry, so I'm going to have a second portion, or yeah, I really fancy dessert actually, so I'm going to have it. But I don't know, if it stresses you out, then maybe just have a few things that you can say back to them because it probably does stress
Yeah.
people out.
Absolutely. It's in my head, I'm going like, when you're like, oh, you having seconds? I'm like, yeah, girl, god damn, I am.
Yeah.
Like, and you're just like, oh, there's some things you could say. And in my head, that's what I'd be saying. Yeah, leave me alone. Let me have what I want. It's my
Yeah,
body, not yours. I know what I'm doing.
definitely. I mean, say that. Go for that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have 10 desserts actually, so F you.
Yeah, if that's okay with you, that is what I'm doing. Yeah, but at the end of the day, you're in control of your own body. You know your own body. You know if you want more, if you don't want more, whether you, I don't know, I can't even think of anything else. But like if you want dessert, if you don't want dessert, you are in control at the end of the day. You're in control of what food goes in your body,
Yeah,
what doesn't, what you say, what you do. So
yeah,
try
absolutely.
and yeah, listen to what you want and what your body wants rather than what everyone else wants for you, which again
Definitely.
I appreciate. It's so much harder said, so much easier said than done,
Yeah.
but yeah, if you're going to protect your energy and try and stay true, just yeah, just try and find ways of telling someone leave me alone, let me do what I want to do.
Definitely, definitely. Because you don't owe anyone an explanation or
Yeah.
anything. Like,
Not for anything,
not for
which
anything.
is mental because every time we do stuff we're like, oh yeah, I didn't do that because of this. And the amount of times I say to the girls, I'm like, it's fine. You don't have to tell me why you've done that.
Yeah.
Like, or why you haven't done it. Like, you know why you've done it or why you haven't done it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to explain that to me or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Whereas, like, yeah, we're so good at like trying, like,
People
oh yeah,
pleasing.
this, yeah, absolutely. That we feel like we need to explain ourselves. Like before, like, me and my friend, we went to this wedding and we're like, right, why are we going to say that we're going to go? Like, it was an evening do. It was like we didn't really know anyone, but we wanted to show our faces, and we're like, how do we like? What do we say? What's our excuse for leaving? And I was like, actually, we don't need an excuse for leaving. We're just going to leave, and we did. And not one person questioned us, and we walked out,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, there we go. Like, no one even asked.
It's so true. It's so true. Oh my gosh, like I always think things like that as well. Or yeah, if I can't make something or don't want to go to something, I always think, oh, I've got to come up with tell everyone what I'm doing at all these different dates because why I'm not free. And it's like, no, just say, "No,
Can't
I
make
can't
it.
make it.
I'm busy.
Or yeah, I'm busy. Don't have to say that, just say, sorry, I won't be there. Or not, just
Yeah,
I won't be able to, I won't be there.
yeah.
Like,
No, because if someone turns around and says, "Oh, why?" Like, doesn't matter.
no. I mean,
None of
if
your
they do
business.
say, oh, why, in a sassy kind of way, then again, that's their issue, not yours.
Exactly. Exactly that. Yeah, you don't know anyone an explanation of why you're doing something or not. I mean, that person doesn't know that morning if you've actually even eaten, right?
Yeah,
So you might be like really hungry because you might not have had breakfast or lunch and you're going around to theirs and dinners. So actually, you might want two portions because you've barely eaten all day.
yeah, yeah,
You know, there's so many different reasons for why people do stuff and why they don't do stuff. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
just don't ask.
Yeah, yeah. I just think,
And if you're the one hosting, right? If you're the one hosting, don't expect everyone to eat everything. Don't
yeah,
expect, like, all of these things that we're talking about now from the other point of view. Don't expect, yeah, whatever we've said, because now my brain's like, I don't know what's happening. Cool.
yeah. I suppose, yeah, as well as looking after your own, own, I've lost my train of thought as well, but what was I going to say?
Energy.
Yeah, as well as protecting out your own energy, also, I think you can't then judge other people. And like you say, if you're hosting something, you can't expect, just don't make comments on what anyone is doing. If someone comes over and they don't eat anything at all, I think we often kind of go, well, maybe they don't like it, maybe they don't like me. And you start over analyzing all these different things. Whereas they, like you say, that maybe they've already had a massive dinner. Maybe they went out for a social event earlier on in the day and they're just really full. Or maybe they just don't fancy anything. They're just not feeling hungry, or they're just not, that's not really their kind of type of food, which isn't, again, isn't a you thing. That's their thing. So just don't make comments on other people. Don't make judgment on other people. Just focus on you.
You. Yes, I love that. And like also, if you have got food left over, for me that would be a win because then I'm like, oh, I've got lunch for the next 3 days. That's good
Yeah.
news. There's actually some food. Fantastic.
Definitely. Yeah, that's so true. Turn that negative thinking around into a positive. Do some of that negative reframing rather than, oh, I've got loads of food left. What am I going to do with all this food? Or no one's liked it. No one likes me. They didn't enjoy themselves. Probably not the case. It's just like, oh, I've got all this food left. Everyone seemed to have a good time. But like you say, now I can go and have this for the next three lunches. Amazing. I'm going to save myself some money. I'm going to save myself some time cooking stuff or whatever. And it's all ready to go. Like, it's exactly the same situation, but you just completely looked at it in two different ways.
Mm, yeah, exactly. And like, if you're going to protect your energy, look at it in the positive light because
Yeah.
otherwise you're going to be so stressed and feel so shit that,
Yeah.
yeah, you're not going to enjoy Christmas. Whereas if you look at the other way, well, you've just got a bonus. So,
Yeah.
you've enjoyed Christmas and you've got extra food.
That's it. That's it. Exactly. Exactly. It's
Absolute win.
all about the way you look at things. Like you could look at Christmas and go, oh my gosh, it's going to be an awful month. I've got so many things going on. I've got to see all these people. I've got all this stress. I'm going to eat so much on Christmas Day. I'm going to feel really bloated. I'm going to feel really sluggish. I'm going to feel like I'm never going to be able to get back on track. Or what's the point? You could go down that spiral. Or you could flip it and say, December's going to be busy, but I'm going to see so many of my friends. I've got lots of fun social events. I'm going to have lots of fun. I've got Christmas Day where I'm seeing my loved ones. I'm going to eat delicious pigs in blankets and yummy turkey and sausage rolls, and I'm going to eat lots of yummy chocolate or whatever it is you eat. And I'm really going to enjoy it. We play lots of games. It's going to be fun. I'll be able to have a lay-in the next day. And that's all right. I know that how to eat day to day. So once all these celebrations done, I'll just get back to it, and I'm sure I'll start to feel better again.
Mhm.
Like it's so much more of a positive way to look at it
It
and
is.
actually enjoy it rather than just
Mhm.
stress yourself out for the whole of December.
Yeah. Yeah, why make that whole month such a stress when it doesn't necessarily need to be?
Mm,
Like, yes, it's going to have stressful moments, but it doesn't need to be a constant stress.
no, no, exactly. So when you have
And I
those
suppose,
negative,
oh,
sorry, you
yeah,
go.
no, Karen, that,
No, I was going to say, when you have those negative thoughts, just think of something positive you can swap that with. Again,
mm,
easier said than done, but it's a step forward.
yeah, 100%. And even if you just do little things towards that, then that's going to make a massive difference.
Yeah.
Like things that you think are probably not going to help, or they're going to be too small a thing to help, actually are probably going to be the things that do help you. And again, I think it's the same for like exercise, right? The evenings are dark. Like it's dark by 4 o'clock. The motivation to try and get out after 4 o'clock is so difficult unless you've got something booked that you have to go see someone or do something together, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, having a whole day at work and then having to try and get your steps in, that's difficult.
Yeah.
Like, trying to get in your workouts in all around all your social events. Look, just don't think, oh, I have to do an hour workout. We talk about this all the time anyway, but like you don't have to fit an hour in somewhere. You could do 10 minutes. Like 10 minutes is better than no minutes. 5 minutes is better than no minutes. Can you pick three exercises that you can do 5 reps of each continuously for 5 minutes? Doing that 3 times a week is going to be better than just completely sacking off every bit of exercise that you could possibly do in December.
Yeah.
You might
Absolutely.
not feel like it's doing a lot, but it will be doing more than you think it will be.
Yeah. Absolutely.
One, mentally, it's going to make you feel better because you've done a bit of exercise. Two, you're still keeping yourself moving, even if it is for 5 minutes. But that 5 minutes, say if you do it when you wake up, that could then set your whole day up to being a
Mhm.
lot better than it potentially would be because your mindset's in a different place than if you've done nothing at all.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Doing something is always better than doing nothing.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, someone messaged me the other day and they were like, "Oh, but I've only got light weights." And I'm like, "That doesn't matter because you doing something with light weights is better than what you're doing at the moment because you're not doing anything. So it
Yeah.
doesn't matter that they're light, just use them
Absolutely. Yeah.
until you can get somewhere or in a position in your life where actually you don't have to run around after 2 kids. You haven't got a husband that's like living miles away, you know, like you can actually get some time back for yourself and then you can go to the gym. But don't wait for that moment.
No.
Like use those weights that you've got there or
D-
do stuff body weight. Like it doesn't have to even have weights. Like
no.
just do what you can in that moment.
Absolutely. Yeah. Never wait for the perfect time or the perfect situation because it's never going to come. There's always going to be an excuse there. Like, oh, well, I can get to gym at 6. I'm going to get for half 6. So it's not really any point. Or that equipment's not free. So I might as well not do it or use it or do a workout. Like, you can't use that piece of equipment. Use another piece of equipment. Or,
Mm,
like you say, don't use weights at all if you can't get hold of any. It's every little thing always counts. One of my clients messaged me yesterday and she was like, I haven't been able to go out for a walk today, but I've been walking around the shops like all afternoon. Does that count? I was like, yeah, absolutely. Like you're moving your body, you're walking around the shops, you're on your feet all afternoon. You're not, sat down all afternoon not doing anything. That absolutely counts as movement. Like
yeah.
all those things count.
It's funny. It's funny when people ask that, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm like, if you're moving your body, no matter what it is, if you're gardening, if you're, I don't know, dancing in the kitchen, whatever you're doing, like it's all movement at the end of the day.
Mm,
It all counts.
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And if you can't do as much as you normally do, like everything in, like we said at the beginning in December, it's a lot harder. Don't beat yourself up for it.
Absolutely. Like I love to go to the gym roughly 3 times a week. Um, and I went to the gym last Monday, and then I haven't been to the gym again till this morning. Yes, I've done a bit walking, but less walking than usual because I was away and I didn't go to a gym or do anything. I couldn't get yesterday just because of the timings of my day. And I think probably in the past I would have beaten myself up about it, but I'm just like, well, it is what it is. Like, couldn't get there, couldn't do it. And what? I'll go today. I've got a plan. I'm going to go Thursday, go at the weekend. Probably the week after, I might go. Well, it depends on my week. I might go a little, I might still go 3 times if I can fit it in, but I'm not going to beat myself up if I can't because
Mm.
it is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And what happens if you beat yourself up?
Oh, you just feel like shit for no reason.
Exactly. And then you're demotivated, and then you don't ever want to do anything because you're like, well, what's the point? Because you feel like that. Whereas
Exactly.
actually, you missed a session. All right, I missed a session. I'll go tomorrow, or I'll go when I can next go, whenever it might be. But you still have that plan to go because
Yeah.
it's better that you still have that plan to go and you do go than just go in, oh, what's the point now? We'll give up. Like, I was speaking to
Yeah.
someone earlier and they were saying how before one of their friends he was going on holiday and he was probably like hammering it. They were in the gym for like 2 hours and all this shebang. Too much in my opinion. Anyway. Um and now they've come back from holiday. They're all like sluggish and everything because they've been drinking, eating, doing whatever they want, whatever they've been doing. Got out of the routine of going and now they can't lift as heavy as what they did before the holiday. And then they get halfway through a set and go, oh, well, I can't be asked because I can't lift as heavy as I did.
Yeah.
So then they just sacked off the whole rest of the sets. And it's like, no, just go a bit later. Like in a couple of weeks' time, you'll be back where you were. Like, don't sack it off completely. What was the point?
Yeah.
What's the point in that? You're not going to get
Definitely.
anywhere.
That's it. And I think we had a conversation when we were away, and I've been a little bit scared to do squats and things like that just because of my back.
Mhm.
And I got up to a weight where I was happy with at one point, and I haven't even been able to do just general squats. It's been box squats. And I was like, do you know what? I think sometimes in my head, like it is that mentality of, well, what is the point of me just, I am concerned about hurting my back because it has hurt whilst doing them. But also it's like I have to completely start again. Like it's going back to just doing the bar, which I appreciate is heavy for some people. I'm not undermining that at all. But for me, that is kind of, I built myself up from the bar over the years. And I was like, no, do you know what? I'm just gonna get the bar. I'm gonna get my box, and there's loads of people around me lifting so much heavier than me, and I'm just like, don't care what they think. They don't know where I'm at. I could be a complete beginner. I could be where I am now, recovering from an injury. Like, who even cares? It's not about them. I'm just gonna go and do that and see how I feel tomorrow, and then just build up from there. And that's absolutely okay. And it's like, it's not. And it's important because I can start then building the weight up gradually. So there's always a point in doing it. And like you say, those people, if they'd have just dropped the weight down again, they would have built back up to where they were. It just might have taken a couple of weeks again. But that's what happens anyway. You're not constantly going to be lifting heavier and heavier and heavier. If that was the case, then me and you would be lifting thousands of kilos for all the years that we've
Yeah,
been weight training. But
we
it
would
doesn't
be.
work like that,
No, and
unfortunately.
we're not. And it literally is up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up,
Yeah.
down forever. Like you say, what? Like I got up to 85 kilo squats. I was like, yeah, I want to hit 100. And then I had cysts taken out of my back and couldn't put a barbell on my back for absolutely months. Oh, goodbye squat. Okay, built up my hip thrust to like 200 kilos, and then like I get sciatica really badly, and then it's like you need to stop doing that, and I'm like, oh god damn, all right, fine. So then it's like it's not even anywhere near that now. Like this time last year, deadlift, I did my back. Well, I actually think it was my leg, and I pulled it again by doing 30 kilo deadlifts, but. Now, right now, I can lift an 80 kilo deadlift. And a year ago, I couldn't even touch that bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
you know? And like before that, previously, I've lifted like 120, 130 kilo deadlifts.
Yeah.
So, and it's continuously up, down, up, down, up, down. But it doesn't mean you give up when you stop.
No. No. Just means you pivot and you try again and you keep going. Maybe don't do that exercise for a while, maybe drop down the weight, whatever it is. it is what it is.
Yeah, you just got to navigate it and just, yeah, don't just give up. And again, same thing with December. Don't just give up because it's December. Do
No.
bits through it. Keep going. Like I used to have clients all the time that would all drop off in December, and I'd be like, cool. Where is everyone? Like I actually saw a reel the other day. It was really funny. And like the personal trainer, she was stood next to the treadmill, and the treadmill was running, and there was no client. It's like personal trainers in December, and there's like no one on the treadmill. She's like cheering them on, and then someone's obviously pulling the sled, but it's supposed to look like someone's pushing the sled, but someone's not there. She's like, come on, like, because where have all the people gone? But yeah, you might not like, I find like now my clients are doing stuff throughout December, like a lot more than people ever used to, which is
Yeah,
so good. Like people are
definitely.
realizing, no, I need to just keep going, like even if it's not as hard, not as intense, not as this.
Yeah.
If I can keep a base minimum, that's going to be better. And January's not going to feel half as hard
Yeah,
when you go into it.
definitely. If you give up at the end of November, beginning of December, and just completely stop doing all of your healthy habits that you've built, then it's going to feel so much harder to start getting back into those habits again. And you're probably going to feel horrendous. The whole of December is going to be really difficult. January, you're going to want to get back into those healthy habits. You're going to have to start completely again. So, yeah, you don't need, like we say, don't need to be perfect, but just keep some of those things going. Just keep ticking along nicely. Some things will slip off, and then you can just build them back up again afterwards, and it'll be so much easier.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I suppose we'll probably wrap up there. I think we've covered
I
everything
think
really.
so.
It's a
Yeah.
good place to finish.
Yeah, just remember, protect your energy, enjoy
Yeah.
yourself, and
Yeah.
respect yourself. Don't over push it. Don't push it too far. People are not going to be judging you.
No.
Like you are judging yourself. If you think people are judging you, I never go to someone's house and go, oh, well, they didn't do this and they didn't do that. I just, whatever day they put on, they put on. Whatever food they provide. Like, yeah, just don't put all the pressure on yourself to have some sort of perfect Christmas and December when actually perfect's not a thing.
Yeah. I think as well with Christmas, it's often it can feel disappointing sometimes. I think we do put so much pressure on it that you almost expect it to be this most magical day. And I mean, it isn't really, I know you might be with loved ones or whatever, but it's not like this. Maybe when you have kids and things like that, it probably is a bit more magical, but it's just still any other day with a little bit more food, a little bit more fun and stuff. And it's not like this, or maybe it is for some people, but for me, it's just like, it's nice, but I actually find the build up to Christmas sometimes a little bit more fun and,
Mm.
you know, so lower your expectations and it'll feel better probably.
Just do that in life, right? Just
Yeah,
lower your
yeah.
expectations and everything in life will be so much better.
Yeah, just expect nothing and then everything above that is great.
Absolutely. 100%.
Maybe that's a little bit of a gloomy way to end it, but you know what I'm saying. But
I
yeah,
do. No, and I think you should. I think you should lower expectations because then things are so much better when you do.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, we are going to be back next week anyway. We've got one more episode in before Christmas. So if this is the last one you listen to before Christmas, have the best Christmas. Enjoy yourself. And if this isn't, then we'll catch you in the next one, basically. But yes,
Yeah, what she said.
feel free to email us. We do have a new email address, which I'm probably going to forget now. fitgirlswhoeat93@gmail.com. So if you want to message in any ideas, maybe for the new year that you have that you want us to talk about, or you have any questions for us, we're always happy to answer them or cover any topics that you want to hear. So please email us. There are some links below, I believe, as well you can click on. If you want to contact us directly, you can do as well. But yeah, thank you so much for listening, and we will catch you in the next one.
Absolutely, we will. Ciao, ciao. See ya.